£100 is all you need to never work again. Let's get into it. So, first off, 3 months is all it takes. The first 3 steps are you need to learn fair value gaps. Now, this is how the market moves, okay? The market maker designed the market to move around these. Then you need to learn inverse fair value gaps because that's obviously the next step. And then you need to sit down exactly 8:53 AM, okay, and look for that inverse fair value gap retracement, and then you need to put $20 on every trade, then double it every Monday, and before you know it, you've made $100,000. Now, that was bollocks, but let's get into how I'd actually approach starting trading with $100, okay? So let's get into it. So first off, that's a plan for losing $100 repeatedly, okay? So if you think that trading is supercars, secret entries, and you think it's just some secret source, it's not, okay? Trading is a finance career, okay? It's boring. When you think of finance, what do you think of? A guy behind the desk, white shirt, black tie, okay, boring. But when you think of trading, you think of supercars, this, that, and the other. No, that's the wrong thought to have, okay? Although I definitely play into it, showing supercars and whatever, most of the time, trading is boring. You're sat here, behind a laptop, behind a screen, making money. That's what it is. This is work at the end of the day. And work is boring, no matter what, okay? A lot of people say, do something you love and never work a day in your life, but do something you don't love and make money, okay? It's your choice. So £100 will not make you rich by Friday, but there is a real way to do this. Watch the end and you'll be ahead of whoever just left, okay? A lot of people will have clicked off this video by now, okay? And a lot of people will probably click off this video now because I've said trading is boring and people don't want to hear that. People want to hear trading is exciting. And so congratulations, you're in the 1%. Not the rich 1%, the 1% who are hard to fool. So step 1, you need to get a job, okay? $100, you're not going to be able to turn that into $1 million. No one has ever done that, okay? $100 to $1 million without just straight up gambling. Even then, the chance of doing that is 0.0000001%, even if that. So you need to get a job, okay? And this is what I would do is if I had £100 in my bank and I wanted to go full-time trading, here's exactly what I would do, okay? First thing I do is get a job. Okay, you need to be able to fund your trading career. Okay, you can't start with £100 and just flip it into loads. You need capital to start. So I'd get a job. Okay, not the answer you probably wanted, but it's the answer. Okay, and where the real starting money comes from. Look for a high-paying job, wherever it may be. Okay, tips, this, that, the other. Okay, get a good job, get a high-paying job. Not the answer that you wanted, but it's the answer that you need, and it's the truth. Okay, pay yourself before anyone else. You need to save your money. Okay, and then you should have around 4 or 5 spare hours a day, okay? You found them for TikTok yesterday, so you know you've got them, okay? And this is the business, okay? So in those 4 or 5 hours, you're going to be learning the business of trading, which unlike what everyone else is saying, it's a get-rich-slowly business. And, you know, there's a lot of people in the space right now who are saying, oh, yeah, trading isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. But if you follow this secret strategy, you'll be full-time within 2 weeks. Come on, man. It's not how it works, okay? This is really a get-rich-slowly business. And if you want to get rich at all, there's only one way to get rich slowly, okay? If you try and get rich quick, you won't get rich at all. If you get rich slowly, you'll actually get rich quicker than you think. A lot of people think slow is 6 months to a year. 6 months to a year goes quick, okay? So just take your time. Congratulations, you work in finance. Don't bet the roof over your head, okay? That's rule number 1, okay? Most people in trading will fail, okay? The person who watches the video after you will probably fail. The person who watched this video before you will probably fail, okay? Are you going to join them, or are you going to be the person who actually takes that leap and actually drives through and actually makes it work, okay? I hope you are. And those are the ones who stuck it. So here's the bar. Either beat the index or just buy the index. Now, what do I mean by this? So the S&P does around 7-8% a year. NQ does around 10 to 12% a year. Worst drop is about 50%. This is what you're trying to beat. Being a trader, and I've said this all the time on my live streams. I go live every single day, okay, on this YouTube channel. I say this every single day on my live streams. Being a trader is simply utilizing a small edge over time to make money and beat the market. If you beat the market by just 1% a year, you are a trader, okay? People spend millions, if not billions, to eke out that extra 1% over the market, okay? That's what being a trader is. And those returns of just beating the market can make you a millionaire. They have made probably more millionaires than any other career, okay? Just putting money into the market and holding. has made more money than probably anything else, okay? It is the best career option. So if you can beat that, you're onto a winner and you will make a lot of money. So 8 in 10 professional funds fail to beat it. This is the reality. A lot of people say, follow the big money, follow the institutions. Most institutions each year don't make money. And 8 out of 10 of them fail to beat the market. That's who you're up against. They have far more tools than you do, okay? And even they struggle. So if you have drawdown, if you have a bad day, this, that, and the other, okay, it's fine. The big guys are struggling as well, okay? They've got trading floors. You've got a laptop, okay? Being small is the advantage, however. You're not in direct competition with them. A lot of people say, and I hear this all the time in the trading space right now, is you need to trade like institutions, trade like the big money, this, that, and the other. No. You've got an advantage that they wish they had, okay? You're small, okay? Use that. Why trade like the big guys? If you're trying to trade like the big guys, they'll be looking at you like, I wish I could enter trades like you. We can go onto our laptop or go onto our phone and press buy and be instantly filled. They have to use the most advanced algorithms, okay, to even get filled on their position. And there's no guarantee of that, okay? You're small. It's an advantage. At last, a reason to be skint. So you can see here, one big order needs to be spread over time. Whereas we can enter orders whenever, okay? That's research as well. That's not a hunch. That's how institutions work, okay? First, ditch forex. Forex is unbelievably efficient and unbelievably difficult to trade. It is very, very, very hard to trade. Very hard, okay? Most people lose money in forex. It's the hardest market to trade by far. It's the most efficient market. Okay, you're not going to beat the market, really. Okay, it's so difficult. Just ditch it. Simple as that. Too efficient, too difficult. Trade something that makes fundamental sense. Okay, trade something where you can actually produce an edge. Okay, and go with the trend, not against it. Everyone says it, but very few people actually do it. Even with gold blowing through the roof right now, I get loads of messages every single day saying, Max, are we selling yet? Brother, we're booming through the sky, okay? We are absolutely booming. I am not selling in this market, okay? You might be able to catch a little pullback. I'm not going for those little pullbacks. I'm going for the big move, okay? And then you might be sat there thinking, okay, I want to become profitable. I want to become profitable when you're unprofitable. And you've probably heard this on my live stream as well. Your goal isn't to become profitable. Your goal is first to become break even. And again, this video isn't for those who want to make money next week. It's not for those who in reality just want to gamble. It's for those who are actually serious about trading, okay? There are 3 types of traders. There are losing traders, there are break-even traders, and there are profitable traders. If you try and skip one of these, you will most likely lose. If you try and go from losing to profitable straight away, you will most likely lose. Your aim as a losing trader, if you're just getting into trading, news, but you are a losing trader, okay? You're not going to instantly be profitable. Not going to happen, okay? You are a losing trader. Your goal is to get to break even first. Your goal is to stop that tap leaking water. Your goal is conservation of capital, okay? Get to break even, stop the bleeding. Conservation of capital is king, okay? That I cannot stress enough how important it is right now. You need to focus on being a break-even trader first. You're not in this to make loads of money straight away, okay? Go from losing to break-even, then and only then can you jump into being profitable. This is one of the most important lessons you will ever hear in the trading space. Stop hunting for a system. I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. There is no system that you'll find online that someone's just going to give you that you can just use and make money. Does not exist. Doesn't happen, doesn't exist. I don't care how much you're paying for the course. I don't care what's going on. Does not exist. So just stop hunting for it. It doesn't exist. Okay? It's like looking for Bigfoot. It's not gonna happen. Okay? If the best thing you can find is basically there's 2 types of systems. Okay? And if you haven't heard this before, then buckle up. Okay? Number 1 is there is a completely systematic objective system, completely rules based. Okay? You're not going to be able to learn that system objectively anywhere because no one's going to give you that system. If it's good enough, they're not going to give it to you. Simple as that. Simple as that, okay? So there's no point in looking for that system because you can't find it. So number one, you can learn to build one of those systems, which is difficult, but definitely possible and probably fit for more traders than it's given justice for. And then two is discretionary trader. Now, this is what you most likely are and what most people in the trading space are, discretionary. Now, if you're a discretionary trader, that basically means that the profitability comes from when you utilize a system and when you don't utilize a system, okay? And so that means the system doesn't really matter that much, okay? If you're choosing when to use it and when to not use it, then without you, the system's unprofitable. So you make that system profitable, okay? So then you want to find a system which allows you to utilize that discretionary ability far more and it doesn't shy away from it. There are so many people online who are either just completely ignore the discretion to sell you a course, or they're unaware of that discretionary part of their trading, okay, which is super important. And so that's more common than I actually thought. You need to hunt for risk management, ruthlessly pursue risk management and trade management, okay? Something that I say, and I've said for years now, is risking a set pound amount. This is a common thing in the trading space. A lot of people risk a set lot size or a set contract size, whatever it may be. Okay, risking a set pound amount means that when you have a winning streak, you can't put it down to you were over risking on some lucky winners. No, that was your edge working, okay? Because each trade you're risking the same pound amount. That's what I do. That's what I recommend to do. And so risking a set pound amount and then just ruthlessly looking into risk management and trade management. That is a system in of itself, okay? A lot of people think of risk management and trade management as something separate to your system. No, very good risk management and very good trade management is a system. Like, that is a very, very, very good system. Okay, very recently, there's been very nice moves up on gold, okay? My system gave me areas to look for an entry. It was up to me to decide when to enter those systems, but with bad trade management, I would have made $500, okay, let's say. With good trade management, I can squeeze 2,000 plus off that trade, if not more, okay? So the exact same system, but I change one thing, my trade management. That's it, okay? That's it. Find me a system where you can change really one thing and it changes the system that much. There's no part of your system which can change that, okay? Your trade management is probably the part of your system which you look at the least, but it contributes the most to your profit. You're probably spending 90% of your time right now on something that's producing you 5 to 10% of your profits. Okay, you need to find the thing which is producing 90% of your profits, which is most likely your trade management. And you need to focus your time on that. Again, my system didn't do that. Managing the trade did. So let's get into the strategies that I'd use. Let's say I've gone into a high paying job, I've built up some savings. In my spare time, I've been learning about trading. Now I want to get into it. What system would I use? So I would use a system, a lot of you probably know, bull flags, also known as a failed auction. I'd probably use a system like this. Now I do cover this in my scalping course inside my private group. It's free to join. There's a link in the description. And basically, in summary, what I'm looking for is an impulse move to the upside, consolidation, and then a further increase to the upside, okay? That's all I'm looking for. I've been speaking about this system for years and years and years, but here it is. Impulse move to the upside, range, impulse move to the upside, okay? And basically, in a very simple world, what this system is showing us is the impulse move, this initial impulse move is showing us that buyers are in control. We want to go in the direction of buyers. This consolidation is showing that sellers have started to come back in, buyers are having a bit of a breather before they move up. But when we take out this low here, which is value area low, when we have basically too much of a pullback, when we form that range and we take out those lows, okay, the buyers are going to come in, they're going to step in, and they're going to make sure we don't drop too low, basically, okay? And then when they step in, that's when we want to buy. But very simple, impulse move, range, I want to get in the lows of the range. That's simple, okay? 3 lines and you've got it. Spot an impulse move to the upside, wait for a range, buy at confluence levels below the range. If you want more information on this, tune into one of my live streams and I'll happily go over it there. But That's the overall system. Okay, impulse move, consolidation. I want to find a confluence level below the consolidation, and then I want to get in it there, and then I want to let the trade run. But the most important part of the system is the trade management. Move my stop loss to break even as soon as we get a move up into the fair value. Okay, taking partials, letting part of the position ride depending on the fundamental direction. Okay, that is the juice of the system. And then something else to look into, which if you're a new trader specifically, ATR, average true range for stop loss. I get so many questions regarding Max, where do I put my stop loss, where do I put my stop loss? Okay, ATR, stop loss, best thing, okay? It's your stop loss and your target, okay? Volatility is one of the most underutilized edges in the retail trading space, okay? Volatility is so good, and ATR is just one part of that, okay? And ATR can be used for you to find areas to put your stop loss and then to figure out how far away to put your take profit. Again, it's a measure of the volatility in the market. So when the market's more volatile, you want to use a bigger stop loss. When the market's less volatile, you want to use a tighter stop loss, and that's basically ATR. The bull flag breakdown and the failed auction strategy, my scalping strategy, is linked in the description. It's free to join, so you can join it there. And then the whole video in 3 lines. Get your money from your first job. $100 isn't enough to start trading. It's not. That's the answer. Aim for break even, not profit. Conservation of capital is king. Risk management beats any system you will ever look for, you will ever buy. Okay? This is the raw truth and the unfiltered version of what I would do if I was starting with £100 in trading today. Okay? I'd get a job. You got to get a job, you got to make money, save money, research trading in my spare time, understand that most trading is complete garbage. If you see someone measuring the profitability in terms of pips, you can completely ignore that. If you see someone speaking in terms of ICT, you can completely ignore that. I have never seen a profitable ICT trader really. And so all of these things you can ignore. And then I'd look to build a very basic system, understanding that my discretion is what makes the system actually profitable. I'd focus ruthlessly on trade management and risk management. And then I'd slowly build up my capital over time until eventually I'm making more money than my job. I wouldn't leave my job. I'd continue to save money until eventually the job money just really isn't worth it for me. Then I'd leave my job. I'd move to a cheaper country and I'd live like a king. That's today's video, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.